Oh. Hello. Just keep getting through school. Eicchi caught me the first thing the next morning. Oh, first thing next morning. First thing the next morning. It doesn't really matter to me. It's all good as long as I'm free. Well, that's rather sudden. Oh, right.
パーティーするの？僕んちおいでよ。行く行く。楽しそうだね。
Usami then appeared out of nowhere.
椿、大丈夫か？何が？顔色が悪いぞ。
Indeed, two black circles ornamented Tsubaki's eyes.
平気だよ。はるちゃんこそ寝癖ひどいよ。
Tsubaki responded with a smile. Then, about the party.
私、ひろあきを迎えに行ってからだから遅くなる。遅くてもいいよ。ちゃんとお土産持ってきてくれれば。みかんでいいかな。とっても甘いよ。みかん。自分、みかん大好き。
What are you, a caveman?
はるちゃんも来るんだね。ああ。
Usami looked at Tsubaki with a serious face.
やめとこうか。なんで？別に来ればいいと思うよ。そっか。
Usami kept silent after that. Should we invite Canon?
いや、カノンちゃんはスケートの練習に忙しいからよそうよ。別に仲間外れにするわけじゃないよ。
I guess you're right. The tournament's coming up soon. Yet, the person in question, Canon, was napping on her desk.
で、京介くんはお土産何持ってきてくれるのかな？
You have poisonous snakes, right? How about a mongoose?
ハブじゃないよ。っていうか、マングースなんて持ってこれるもんなら持ってきてよね。
Have I been playing around too much recently? There are no major jobs right now, so it doesn't matter, but still.
浅井くんも来るんだよね。
Tsubaki's pale face worries me. Hey, Tsubaki. I spoke as though it wasn't important. I get the feeling that you're becoming more ordinary.
そうかな。
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing. What I meant was, she was becoming more normal. Without that strange naivety, it was actually easier to communicate with her. I felt that Tsubaki and I were growing closer.
変かな。
Tsubaki asked uneasily. No, it's actually for the better. Keep it up. We'll have some good times yet. Tsubaki smiled brightly in relief.
遊ぼう。いやいや、なんか二人で盛り上がってるけど、主催は僕だからね。
Time flies, and classes ended in the blink of an eye. Sunset came earlier each day.
じゃあ私、一度帰るね。またね。
Tsubaki left before the rest of us.
そういえば自分バイトでした。来ないの？すみません。もっと早くにお誘いいただければ前処したんですが。いや、宇佐美さんももっと早くに断ってよ。
She must be trying to be considerate to Tsubaki.
椿に遠慮してるわけじゃないですよ。でも椿は心配です。
Worried.
疲れてるみたいですし。だから今日僕が盛り上げてあげるよ。さすが栄一さんです。自分は盛り下げるのは得意なんですが。
Usami played with her long, shaggy hair.
椿のお父さんとかも大丈夫ですかね。
Tsubaki's dad? Why are you worried about her family?
いえ、なんとなくそう思ったんです。
She claimed to be worried, but her face remained as blank as always.
ほら、家族は似るもんじゃないですか。浅井さんみたいにお父さんがすごい方だと息子もすごい人になるじゃないですか。いろんな意味で。
What are you trying to say? This girl has no idea about Gonzo.
だから椿が疲れてると家族も、そう、まるで鏡のように元気をなくしていくんじゃないですかね。
Like a reflection in a mirror, you say? This phrase really clung to my mind. So, are your parents as strange as you?
ちっけえな。知らないわけじゃないでしょ。
Why would I know anything about your parents? Usami's always talking such nonsense. Mirrors, give me a break.
ではまた。浅井さん、今度お話ししたいことありますので、その時はよろしくお願いします。
What the heck? Just say it now.
いえいえ、他愛もないギャグですので。
Just go to work already. I waved to her as she walked away.
さて、どうするよ。
You're right. A party with only you and me would be...
寒いよマジで。俺とお前とチャーリーとかマジ寒いって。
Looks like we need some girls.
お前友達呼べよ。年上のジョイとか。ほらミキちゃんとこはお前のセフレの。
Miki-chan's not my FWB. That's out of the question. Speaking of which, I haven't talked to Miki in a good while. I wonder what's been going on in that neck of the woods.
じゃあ椿が来るまでナンパしようぜ。お前の財布と俺のスイーツ知識があればどうにでもなるって。
Sounds like a pain in the butt.
んだよ、グズグズしやがって。ほら行くぞ。
Hey, let go of me. We arrived on Central Boulevard. Eicchi got all fired up as we headed for the thickest part of the crowd.
おい、女。
Eicchi switched his finger and pointed.
飯食いに行くぞ。
Oh, please. You don't just stand in front of a random girl and say that. As expected, the girl left in a hurry with a disgusted look on her face.
クソが。
Look, Eicchi-san.
んだよ。おめえももっとやる気と財布出せよ。
Use your brain.
俺に意見する気かよ。
Your selling point is cuteness. Make use of that potential of yours.
だってよ。
And again, working the cute angle won't really get you anywhere with skirt chasing.
ねえ、お姉さん。
Eicchi found another mark a short while later.
ね、聞いてくれる？僕、手相の勉強してるんだ。ちょっといいかな？
The girl didn't even look at Eicchi. Hey, kid, what's up with the palm reading?
俺なりの工夫だよ。女は占いとか好きだからな。
This joker's hopeless. My phone suddenly rang. Yes, hello?
あ、浅井くん？ごめん。
It was Tsubaki.
ごめん。ちょっと遅くなりそうなんだ。
Did something come up?
ちょっと、ひろあきが。
Huh?
いや、構ってほしいみたいで。
Right, Hiraki did mention something like that last night. Then call me later. We'll just find something to do in the meantime.
ごめんね。なるべく急いで行くから。
There's no need to rush. But she hung up as I was about to tell her that.
なんだって？
Tsubaki said she'll be coming a bit later than she said she would. Apparently she has to play with her brother.
んだよ、またあの弟かよ。わがままなガキだぜ。
All kids are like that.
椿も苦労してんな。遊ぶ暇とかないんだろうな。
You're probably right.
あいつって化粧っ気も全然ねえじゃん。服も毎年似たようなの着てるしさ。ま、そこがちょっと俺ちゃんの中で評価高いわけだけど。
You, a high opinion?
なんつうの？清く正しい感じがするじゃん。貧乏だけど頑張りますみてえな。燃えるじゃん。
Is it? I, on the other hand, wasn't so fond of that part of her. That was the Tsubaki from the past.
あー、ナンパー来た。ゲーセンでも行って時間潰そうぜ。
Whatever, I don't care. I'm only watching though. Arcades are only a waste of money. We decided to wander around Central Boulevard until Tsubaki called.
気づいたらもう10時じゃね？
Who knows? Tsubaki still hasn't called.
さすがにお開きにするか。椿には悪いけど。
Fair enough. I'll call her and pass it on.
じゃあ帰るわ。
Sure. Eicchi disappeared in an instant. I'll head home soon too, but let's take care of some business first, shall we? It wouldn't hurt to show up at the company either. Top management has been doing a real good job lately, so there hasn't been much need for me to butt in. They've asked for my advice a few times. My advice didn't mean anything, of course. I guess they just wanted to make use of Gonzo's influence. An hour had already passed before Tsubaki called. It's pretty late, you know. We gave up a long time ago. I could feel Tsubaki's anxiety even through the phone.
なんだ、そっか、残念だな。
Come on, we can have a party any day.
浅井くん、明日は？
Huh?
明日空いてない？
What's the matter?
今日の埋め合わせみたいな。
You want to go out again?
それだけじゃなくて、ちょっとお父さんがお話ししたいみたいで。
Your father? Could it be about the land? Alright, I'll come to your house. Would it be okay to come over before noon?
助かるよ。その後ちょっと出かけたりできると嬉しいな。
She's got her heart set on a date with me, apparently. Yeah, sounds good. For some reason, I seem to be relaxing my guard around Tsubaki. I'm starting to believe that it might be alright to tell her about my other side. Not everything, mind you, but perhaps just a little bit wouldn't hurt. It might be an opportunity to get things off my chest and gain someone I can discuss things with. Tsubaki seems to be at my beck and call anyway. I've never liked her until recently, when she started to have an interest in topics that relate to money. Want to eat at a slightly classier restaurant than usual?
連れてってくれるの？
We'll pay Dutch, of course, but yeah, you've got some savings, right?
結構あるよ。今までお金の使い方とか知らなかったから、そういうことも教えてほしいな。
I can teach you quite a few bad things. I replied with a joke. Tsubaki seemed cheerful too.
聞いてくれるかな？ひろあきがさっきやっと眠ってくれてさ。
Is that why you ended up calling so late?
そうなの。私、そういうのばっかりだよ。
Just your luck, huh?
そうかも。クラスでもさ、委員やってるけど、最近なんで私なんだろうって思うの。
This conversation looks like it'll be here for the long haul.
あとさ、お父さんがね。
I sank deeply in the conversation with Tsubaki as I made my way home.
これからまた引っ越しの準備だよ。お父さんももっと手伝ってくれればいいのに。
Tsubaki started complaining. Even her tone changed. I felt like I had trampled over something precious, but that only served to tickle my sadistic urges. I had tasted for the first time the pleasure that comes from defiling others. The entire sensation felt a bit base. Nevertheless, dragging a pure girl like Tsubaki down to my level left me with an ecstatic grin. Oh, turns out that what Tsubaki's father wanted to talk to me about wasn't anything important. It was probably just Tsubaki's excuse to call me out. It doesn't bother me or anything, though. It's relatively normal for a girl to use this kind of tactic. Tsubaki, who was dressing up in front of the mirror, probably didn't even have a single thought of deceiving me. This is the way it should be. Tsubaki, where did you get that outfit?
通販だよ。最近はインターネットで何でも買えるんだね。すぐ届くし便利だよね。
You didn't know about this before.
興味なかったから、なんだかすごく損してた気分。
Her expression might be bright, but I get the feeling that it looked a bit haggard as well. Have you written in your diary lately?
全然。書く暇なんてここんところなかったから。
Her eyes were dull and seemed just a bit empty.
はあ、もう日記なんてやめようかな。今時ないよね、日記が趣味とか。どう思うかな。
Is that really how you feel? Personally, when someone says Tsubaki, I immediately jump to that diary of yours. Tsubaki wrinkled her eyebrows.
ねえお姉ちゃん。何ひろあき。かくれんぼしよう。後でね。それよりこれ似合う？
Tsubaki held out her new clothes for her brother to see.
あれ？
Kids sure are frank.
お姉ちゃんは前に僕がいいって言った服が好きなんじゃないの？あのパーカー？あれはもうずっと着てるじゃない？それでお姉ちゃん僕のお友達に貧乏ってあだ名つけられた。でもそれでも好きって言ってたよ。どうしたのお姉ちゃん。浅井くんはどう思う？
Tsubaki looked at me with pleading eyes. If I had to choose between one and the other, I'd say the new clothes are a bit more fitting.
そうだよね。
There's a different air to them. That's a good thing, right? Tsubaki was so happy that her voice was shaking.
よかった。こういうの着ないと浅井くんに恥かかせちゃうもんね。
You don't have to worry about that.
だって浅井くんの私服って高いんでしょ？街で並んで歩いてたら恥ずかしいじゃない？
Now, why would you think that? I tilted my head, trying to read Tsubaki's feelings.
何か変かな？
No, not at all. It's very normal.
よかった。最近ちょっと疲れてるみたいでね。思ったことすぐ言っちゃうことがあるの。変だったら言ってね。
I nodded silently.
ねえお姉ちゃん。
The ankle biter was spinning around Tsubaki's knees as usual.
お父さんに遊んでもらいなさい。だってお父さん引っ越しだもん。
Her father has been packing since morning, apparently.
お姉ちゃんたちこれから出かけるの？
Tsubaki raised her voice.
どこ行くの？僕も行く。ダメだったらもう。
Tsubaki violently cast aside her brother's hand. For an instant, Hiraki's expression was shocked to the point of fear.
行こう、浅井くん。
Not even giving her brother a second glance, Tsubaki hastily made for the door. I just followed her. Tsubaki was gasping for air with huge gulps. She didn't exactly seem to be in good condition to be going out.
うっかりこれ着てきちゃった。
She touched the coat that she usually wears with a dissatisfied look. my excitement for our upcoming excursion dash. I gazed over at Tsubaki. Is it okay for you to skip out on packing today? Your dad looks like he's working too hard.
いいんだよ。ここんところ私がずっとやってたし。
Still, I can't believe you're finally moving. I did a lazy stretch and looked at the house's ancient exterior. Haven't you lived here all your life?
だったら何？
Uneasy, she answered with a question. Nothing. I was just thinking that you might miss some things about this place.
あるにはあるけど。
Her words were unclear, and her line of sight flitted about. Her dazed eyes settled on the front lawn. What is it?
よくあそこで花火したなって。
Ah.
秋になるとね、みんなでお芋焼くの。お父さんが張り切っちゃって火事になりそうだったこともあったの。一番下の子がね、初めてハイハイした時、縁側から落っこちちゃってさ、あの時は大騒ぎで。それで。
Her brilliant smile was starting to wither. Hey, Tsubaki. I slowly, gently put my hand on Tsubaki's shoulder. You can make just as many wonderful memories at your new home, you know. I saw the place. It's pretty nice. And it's close to my house, too. Maybe you can invite me to your next family gathering. I've never spent much time with my family, and I have to admit that some nights I wish I could have some warm, hearty home cooking.
浅井くん。
Tsubaki brought her hand to her shoulder and placed her fingers atop mine. First the kidnapping, and now the move. It feels like you've had nothing but tragedy recently. I know that you've been under an increasing amount of stress each day, but it'll get easier from here on out. Just stay positive and focus on what's ahead of you.
浅井くんにそう言われると、なんか元気出るな。
Redness floated to Tsubaki's face, almost like she had a fever. Well then, let's go.
あ、待って。
Suddenly, Tsubaki tilted her head.
浅井くんって。ごめん。なんだかね、そういう話し方する時の浅井くんって、ちょっと違うなって思ったの。
You're right. I'm different when I'm at school.
そうじゃなくて、なんだろう。
Unexpectedly, she flashed a smile.
犯人みたいな喋り方だなって思ったの。ごめんね。
I laughed along with her. You think I'm Mao too? Don't go joining Usami's ranks now.
はるちゃんに疑われてるの？ひどいな。浅井くんが犯人なわけないのにね。
Yeah, Usami really gives me a headache.
気にしたらダメだよ。私は信じてるからね。浅井くんがいなかったら、ひろあきも帰ってこなかったかもしれないんだし。
I didn't do anything all that incredible. Anyway, it's time that we get going.
そうだね。寒いしね。
With matching smiles, we left Tsubaki's home. Are you happy with it?
化粧品なんて初めて買ったよ。
Now you're one step closer to the other girls in our class.
みんなやってるもんね。
Don't get me wrong, I'm not one for heavy makeup either, but I would have at least expected you to cover up the dark circles under your eyes.
ごめんね、そういうの疎くて。
We walked away from the crowd.
あ、ごめん、電話。
Tsubaki's newly bought cell gets a call pretty often.
うん、わかんないよ。うん。
Covering her mouth with her hands and speaking in a low voice, Tsubaki seems very unhappy. What's up?
またうちから、お母さんのバッグ知らないかって。そんなの私が知るわけないのに。まったく、私がいないと何にもできないんだから。
Are you going home?
まだ平気だよ。
Tsubaki shook her head immediately.
おや、浅井さんじゃないですか？
Hearing Usami's voice approach from behind, I turned around.
おやおや、椿も一緒ですか？これは。
はるちゃん、どうしたの？
Why am I bumping into you so much? Are you stalking me?
そんないきなり二人して質問してこなくても。自分はバイトの帰りにちょっと駅に寄ってただけです。
Station? Are you going somewhere?
いえいえ、証拠でもないかなと。
Evidence. This girl sure knows how to pique my interest, whether she knows she's doing it or not.
いえいえ、デート中に話すようなことでもありませんです。はい。
浅井くん、行こう。
Just a minute. Usami, have you figured out who the kidnapper is?
いいえ、全く。
She stated that without changing her expression in the least. Didn't you say that you had something to tell me yesterday?
え？言いましたっけ？
You...
なんか口走りましたね、自分。
Just come out and say it already. Usami spoke casually with a perfect poker face.
はい。では言います。あなたが魔王です、浅井さん。
She actually said it. Her words were utterly insane. The right side of my face stiffened.
あなたは前もって駅のコインロッカーの鍵を複製しておいたんです。
What did you say?
あの身代金をめぐる追走劇の中で、駅のコインロッカーに身代金が収められたことがありました。その時、私はあなたに不審な人物が来ないかどうか見張っておいてほしいと頼みましたね。
Ah, right. Wasn't Tsubaki running around the streets with the key? Usami nodded and continued.
あなたは前もって用意しておいたコインロッカーの鍵を使い、ようようと身代金の株券を手に入れたんです。
Stop joking around. Copy the key? Me? When?
あなたは事件当日、仕事があると言って行方をくらましていましたよね。鍵の複製なんて、その辺のお店で30分もあればやってもらえます。
I have no memory of doing that.
いや、盲点を突かれました。トリックそのものは単純ですが、まさか信用していた浅井さんこそが犯人だったなんて。
I could say nothing against that. Even though I'm definitely not the culprit, I couldn't think of anything at the moment to check Usami's logic.
はるちゃん、もういいよ。事件のことはもうはるちゃんには関係ないでしょ。
Looks like Tsubaki is still on my side.
なんか、やだよ、はるちゃん。いろいろ手伝ってくれたのはわかるけど、結局、はるちゃんは何も解決してくれなかったじゃない？
Usami's poker face still stood strong.
せっかくこうして嫌なことを忘れようとして遊んでるのに。
Exactly. Let's get out of here. I urged Tsubaki while shaking my head slightly. I'm feeling dizzy. Hey, Usami, I'll forget about what you said just now.
そうっすか。ありがとうございます。では最後に一つだけ。
はるちゃん。
もし私の言ったことに心当たりがあるのなら、すぐに自首してください。警察はすぐに証拠を挙げるでしょう。近場の鍵屋さんを徹底的に洗うでしょうし、駅には監視カメラもあるんです。
Those police you mentioned, have they even made a move yet?
ええ。ですから、残念で仕方がないんです。
Then there's nothing to discuss here. I took Tsubaki's hand.
じゃあね、はるちゃん。
Usami nodded slightly and left.
気にしないでね、浅井くん。
Usami hasn't given it up yet. Still, as long as the police aren't informed, everything will be fine. What exactly will be fine? I pondered this thought deeply. I'm overthinking things. I just don't want the police to find out about the connections between the Zai Corporation and the Solo Alliance. I can't possibly be now. Actually, that reminds me, I haven't gone to Dr. Akimoto's clinic lately. That was probably a joke, but I can't bring myself to laugh.
さあ、ご飯食べに行こう。
She held out her hand again. Tsubaki is very obedient to me. I should shake all this off and just try to enjoy being with her.
すっごい楽しかった。
She held out her arms and stretched lazily. The Tsubaki from before definitely wouldn't do something like this. We were out for an entire day. Are you satisfied?
ご飯も美味しかった。
Isn't it wonderful to have money? Tsubaki nodded grandly.
なんか見聞が広がるよね。今までそういうの興味なかったけど、お金ってとっても大事だね。
Depending on how you use it, money can buy you anything.
どんなものでも？例えば？
Like your heart. I said this half joking.
やだな。それにはお金なんていらないよ。
Sorry, that was just a bad joke. I guess I have a reputation for putting my foot in my mouth. We laughed and chatted in the empty park for quite some time. It was kind of fun. If I were a normal human and we continued to do stuff like this, I might actually fall in love with Tsubaki. But beyond the fun, there's an air of sadness hanging around us. I'm always reluctant to part with her for some reason.
ねえ、浅井くん、明日は？
Oh, are you inviting me again?
ダメかな。
I'm busy tomorrow.
浅井くんってお父さんのお仕事を手伝ってるんだよね。それで忙しいんだよね。どんな仕事なのかな？
Tsubaki assailed me with non-stop questions. Are you interested? I thought it over for a while. Like any business, my work could be facilitated by various things. One of those is a secretary, though I guess that makes me sound a bit self-important. I just want an assistant or something. I could use someone to help with some small odd jobs such as organizing my files or dealing with the bills and email. It can't be someone from the Zai Corporation. Even if they're capable, they won't obey me. The loyalty they've sworn is to Gonzo, not me. In the near future, I'll need my own organization. From that perspective, Tsubaki is a perfect start. Women are generally kept on the down low in the underground, but they still have their uses. Do you want to try and work with me a little tomorrow?
どういう意味?
Oh. I want you to help me for a bit. A confused look surfaced on Tsubaki's face.
私なんかでいいのかな?
Definitely. Don't worry about it. You're an honest, hard worker. You'll be fine.
本当? 嬉しいな。でも、びっくりだな。
Her breaths coming out in excited gasps were dyed white by the cold. Of course, you can't tell anyone. Tsubaki's eyes shone with excitement, earnestly listening to my every word.
絶対言わないよ。約束するよ。
Then I'll contact you tomorrow.
必ず出るようにするよ。
You definitely better. Tsubaki's expression tightened when I emphasized my expectations. I'm going to take a day off from school tomorrow, but you'll still be attending. Can you take calls when classes are in session? She seems to be uneasy. You know how I'm often absent from school? Sometimes I get splitting headaches and have to stay in bed, but most of the time it's because of the company.
会社? お仕事のことだね。
Do you understand? To me, school is a place of relaxation. I lied when I said I was just helping out my father. The truth is, the company is my main occupation.
知らなかった。すごい人だなって思ってたけど、そうなんだ。
So, if a call comes, be sure to take it immediately. That's how the business world works. I stepped closer to her. Can you promise me this much? Tsubaki held her breath.
悪いことしてるわけじゃないよね。
Of course not. It's not like we're doing anything illegal. There's nothing to worry about. Sometimes we'll step into a gray area bordering on criminal activity, but she doesn't need to know that right now. Hesitation. But since we've made it this far, I can't let her escape. This is the first time I've told anyone about this. You're the first to know, Tsubaki. I started with a small voice, and slowly. I'm only a kid, after all. No one would believe that I'm doing an adult's job, and no one understands how hard it is for me. I slowly accelerated and inserted emotion. But you're different, Tsubaki. Fate, acting through that kidnapping tragedy, has allowed us to understand each other so well. We have such a good relationship, and, well, I increased my volume. These past few days have been so amazing. To be honest, I've never trusted anyone, but for some reason it's so easy to tell you the truth. You're the only one I can tell my secrets. Tsubaki. I made sure to keep saying her name. Tsubaki's eyes were wide open as breath after breath rushed from her lips.
そんな風に思われてるなんて わかった。私も明日学園休んで電話待ってる。
That's a good girl. The work isn't particularly pressing. The issue is whether or not she can properly follow my directions. Well then, see you tomorrow.
おやすみ。
We waved goodbye. I turned my head around, only to see that Tsubaki was still frozen in place. And then, a small shadow appeared.
お姉ちゃん
It was her brother.
ひろあき？何してるの？
お姉ちゃん、迎えに来たんだよ。
I watched their conversation from afar.
まさか、また一人で？
お父さんももうすぐ来るよ。
どうしてお父さんと一緒に来ないの？
Tsubaki screamed again, this time with all her strength.
お姉ちゃん言ったよね。もう一人で勝手に出歩いちゃダメだって。
ごめん。でもお姉ちゃん帰ってくるって言って帰ってこなかったから。
Tsubaki must have told her family when she'd be back during one of her frequent phone calls.
だから何回同じこと言わせるの？
Tsubaki stooped down, continuing to talk with her brother. It must be really difficult to take care of that boy. It's not like I don't understand how Tsubaki feels.
いい加減にして！
何が？
On a rural evening, travels far, and I can hear even very small voices.
心配してるの。ひろあきがまた同じ目に遭うんじゃないかって。どうしてわからないかな？
大丈夫だよ。僕は大丈夫だって。一人で保育園から帰ってこれるよ。一人でお姉ちゃん迎えに来たよ。
Tsubaki's quiet voice is echoing around. It's not good to eavesdrop. I should get going. It's not like I don't care, but I can't do anything about others' family affairs. As I left, I heard Tsubaki say something.
そうならもう私も気にしないから。
That line brought with it the darkest and most depressed tone I had heard yet from Tsubaki. Okay, I'm actually going to end it there. That's good. Bye.